Hello and welcome back to On the Map Challenge Survival 4X. It is now early February. We've decided to come back a little earlier than I had initially planned because I've got a little plan for doing some work through these cold winter months with our new land. So let's get to it. And this little plan of mine involves the use of the Haizu hack wood chipper. We're going to be doing some more forestry for winter. Why not? Why not get some of these trees out of the way? Now, at the end of the last episode, after we'd purchased our new bit of land, I said about the trees. I think I said I'd like to remove some and just change the shape, make it a little bit more manageable for mowing and hopefully to give us a little bit more grass to work with. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. I'll jump out and I'll show you the area that I plan to work with. I'm hoping this is going to reach in there. It seems happy like that. Hopefully that's fine. For now, I'll turn the engine off. So yeah, I brought the Bailey over. Obviously we've got our wood chipper. That's on lease. That's cost us about $2,500 and that'll cost us, I think, $2,500 like every day. I'm hoping we're not going to need it for too long. What I want to do, and I shall try and mark this out with my chainsaw as well as I go, is everything on my right hand side I want to cut down and I want a wood chip. Now I think if I remember rightly, now if I bring that up, yep. So if I cut out the bushes so I know where my area is that I want to work beyond. Let's get this right because it's going to come around. Might take that tree as well, so we'll have that. Gotta be careful not to take out any trees though. Right, so yeah, we'll come around there. We'll use that. That'll be our marker. It's a shame we can't just sort of mark the grass a little bit. That'll be our marker. So all these trees we've gone through the wood chipper. But then also, if we come over here, because this is going to be our meadow, it's going to go all the way down. There is a path down there. But if I come up here and find sort of where our grass is. Now, if I could get that to maybe, I might keep it simple. I might just take off the end here and leave that bit. So hopefully I'll remember. It doesn't want to take them out. This is our land, so it should. So it's showing on this, so there we go. Oh no, don't take out the tree. I think that's the problem. Let's pick up the tree. I wanted to pick up the tree. Anyway, that's where we're going to come through there. And we'll take those trees out. So there's not many of them, but there's quite a few over here. So I think what we'll do is we'll try and take a few down. And again, I'll be cutting these into more manageable sized pieces to try and feed them into the wood chipper. We'll dig out the stumps like that. I mean, this is going to take me a good while. but I thought that would be something to do before we roll into the next month. We might find some other jobs to do. All of our, probably our greenhouses and our open air garden and our mushrooms could probably do with some water, no doubt. We did lose, unfortunately, I think 3 or 4 sheep throughout winter. I did buy 2 good ones to sort of help replace them, but yeah, we did get a little lost there, and we've had 2 births as well, so we're almost back to where we were. I think maybe 1 or 2 short. That's not easy to get that one in the chipper. Now I picked the base game chipper for the size, really. I didn't want to get the really large one, and then like be footing a really big bill for it. But the smaller ones I knew would not take the big trees. Like, I'd have a lot more work in trying to cut them down to size and getting them in the wood chipper and stuff like that. So that's why I have gone with what is the primary base game wood chipper. I do have others installed. We might look at them in the future. If we do get ourselves a little pine forest or a spruce forest set up that is purely for that, then we'll use it for that. I don't want it to cut. I want you to just get rid of that bit. Oh, wait there. I don't want it to take out the tree though. There we go. Sometimes those little bits can cause you problems later on. So we'll try and go and... Oh, this is a big one, isn't it? Someone's not going to be happy with us taking this big one down. It's going to be a lot of wood chip though. I don't know if wood chip sells well. Haven't looked into it. But I figured with the type of trees I'm cutting down and how I'm going to have to do it, chipping it is going to be easier than trying to pile them up on my little trailer and get them out, moved and sold. That's quite a big piece. That we'll pop that in the chipper. So if we turn it on, we'll see how well it goes. It's probably going to burn through some fuel for me, isn't it? Right, so little pieces first. Where is it? I don't want to lose it because it's going to be a right pain later on. Just a tiny bit. Now, if you are a long-time viewer, you will know that me and wood chipping, me and lumber work aren't exactly the best of friends. Look at the amount of wood chips that come out of that. I think this tree on its own will fill our Bailey trailer up. How big do I have to go before I can cut it? Wow, it's got to be quite big by the looks of it. Oh no, it's happier now. There we go. And I don't think this bit will feed in either. I'm going to have to cut this in half. There's going to be some, like I said, there's going to be some work for me. Yeah, that is 1.3 meters in diameter. That's nuts. Shall we see? I mean, it's too heavy for me to pick up. It weighs nearly 2 tons. Let's see if that'll go in there. I don't think it will. That is ginormous. How am I ever going to get this in there? Because I don't want to cut it so... Now I don't want to cut it so it disappears. I just want to keep cutting it in half. Or into bits. I can pick it up. So perhaps it'll kindly go in. Is it going to open wide enough for it? Oh, not quite. Oh, Devastating. Cut it in half. Let's try again. Oh, it's too wide. Right. Manipulation. Come on. There we go. How much? Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't pick the tractor up. How much? That's quite a bit in there, isn't it? Just off that little stump. There's a fair old bit. Oh, can I? Bear with me. Didn't know this had a little attachment on the back. What if I just stop it on the hill? We'd probably find it easier to move if we turned it off. But will that attach? Oh, it won't. Oh, I'm on the wrong part. Yeah, there's a hitch there. No, does not want to attach. That's a shame. Okay, I want to get back to cutting up some wood, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Don't get excited, we are still on the same tree. We're only about a few feet up it, but we are filling rather rapidly. I have gotten down to a slightly thinner bit of the tree. Yeah, I've still got this massive bit that came off the bottom, but I've gotten to where it branched out into two smaller pieces. Sort of got a little bit of size figured out on what I can and can't do. I mean, I'm trying to pick this up without the super string, hence why we keep dropping it. But I'll get this one in there. I'll hop in the cab, and you'll be able to see how much is in there. Is it going to go in? Hopefully. Right. So yeah, that little bit of tree, and we've already got that much in the trailer. It's going well. It's going well. This might make us some money. Oh, it's 50% now that I'm parked next to it. I can see, can't I? Look, 50%. Excellent. So we have our first full trailer of wood chips. As you can see, a lot of that big tree is still down there. But I have taken out 2 silver birch that were standing in amongst there, a beech tree, and there was one that was just dead wood. So that's in the back here as well, because I wanted to feel like I was making progress to look at it, rather than spend the whole afternoon and evening cutting down one tree. Now we do have 4 days of February to try and get all this forestry done. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. I'm not going to do it in the dark because I find it a pain in the backside as it is, without worrying about what I can see and what I can't see and what I've missed and smacking everything about. But what we shall do is, if I just slowly click my cruise on, we will just check our best price for wood chips. Should be down the bottom there somewhere. All these extra things we have. Oh, that's not, I tell you what, this is a bloody good price, isn't it? Farmer's market, it's nearly a thousand. So this is going to be worth nearly 30 grand to us. Probably up 28,000, I think. That'd be mad. And as you can see in the 4 hours that we've been going, because I think we started around about 12. We've made 2 grand as well off our other things. So all good. This is yeah, this one might turn into a productive one. Drop our wood chips in. We're going to get about 20 grand for this. Perhaps we will go off and just cut trees and clear a forest out. I want to do some proper forestry, but for that I want to grow some agri-forestry, you know what I mean? You want a big area. Look at that, 30,000 plus 4, nearly 35 grand. Mental, absolutely mental. Love it. It is worth It is worth my time. Let's be honest, this is going to be worth... I didn't think this was going to be worth a lot. I thought I was going to take this trailer and get about 5 grand. This is... Yeah, I'm pleased about this. I'm glad I've decided to do it. Not only is it going to give me a larger area for my meadow, or whatever that might become a field. So that's going to give us a larger working area for that. But also this is going to give us a lot of money. A nice healthy bit of money. We might go around, while we've got at least out for February, we might find that I go off and do a fair bit of trimming around my area. We might cut down more trees. We'll see how this goes. And this time I managed to fill it with a medium and a large Manchurian pine, or Mancurian pine. Maybe just sitting in the middle there. Still got the tip of the large. So this is... Oh man. I am looking forward to seeing how much money we get. We might get enough money off this. I'll even risk buying a 3rd plot. How about that? Ooh, no, I don't think we'll make that much money. We'll see. I'll get excited. So 2 trailers have almost got us to 380,000. And that's... I wouldn't say that's even... It's not a quarter of the trees that I plan on cutting. And it's certainly not a quarter of the wood and the wood chip that we get, because some of these trees are really big. Like I say, I've stopped cutting down the really big tree and gone for some of the smaller ones, so I felt like there's some visual progress there. So this is going to be so good. I've not felt this positive in a while. Well, it's nearly 9 o'clock on Feb 2. We have our 3rd trailer, wood chips. Been selective of picking out the easy trees, so a couple more beech trees and 1 more rather large red pine, Mancurian pine, in the back here. Like I said, it's just going to be so much money. This is just going to be an episode of me just being impressed with how much money we're making off wood chips. And I just, yeah, I'm just surprised at how good it is. Oh, but in that sense as well, I'm also pleased that we didn't just go off, get a trailer, wood chipper, and cut down trees and do that as the start. I'm glad that's something I found out almost into our 3rd year. That's good. So that's another 33,000, and that puts us at 418,000. Now, one option as well as or instead of purchasing another piece of land could be that we do a one-off special payment on our loan and really bring that down. So we'll assess that once we've done all the clearing. We'll really look at the finances. I think we're going to have a lot. I think by the time I've cut the trees down I want to cut down, we are going to have a shed load of cash. A shed load. Now, because it gets a bit boring, me just showing you trailers of wood chips, I've brought some pieces up to the top of the hill that I'm hoping I've cut into sizes that will feed in. If not, we'll just chop them a little bit more. To do a little manipulation. That should be fine. And this is back to that very first tree that we cut down. What is it called? A catalpa? Is that right? I've never heard one of them. A northern catalpa. I don't know what that is. Don't know if we grow them over here at all in the UK. I'm hoping this one will just fit in. I have to rotate it sideways and ball the pieces in. So you can see I'm not like uber cheating and just grabbing whole trees and trying to force them in. We are cutting it down to size into manageable pieces, but it's not wanting to go in for some reason. Do a little poke, see if that'll change his mind. sometimes. They are a little temperamental. Let's put our arm in it. See if it'll go in that way. There we go. You just got to find what it likes. So I just want to show you some feeding of the wood chipper as well. And while that's doing this thing, we can just walk up to it and see we've got 6,000 litres in there. You can see this isn't a big bit of tree. But wow, that's still so big that that won't fit in though. Didn't expect that. There we go. So it's like, you can see, like, I quartered it. I expected it to go in. It might still just be a little bit too big. See if we can cut it while it's still in there. Don't try this at home. There we go. Is that one still being temperamental? Not sure if I can get it out. Let's bring you out. You're like a perfect piece of cut wood, mate. Stop being a pain in the backside. It's got a tip that's clearly just a little bit too much. Haven't you? Will you fit in that way? I don't think you will you? We'll cut you up in a bit. We'll see if we can get some more in there. Nice and easy. These bits should go in. Nice. Nice. You can, hopefully you can see anyway. You can see we thinned it out. Most of the tall trees are gone. That's the last of the tall sort of pines over there. The rest of them are going to be a bit of a nuisance to break down into pieces that will fit in. So now I'm hoping that 4 days of February is going to be enough to actually cut this wood or cut these trees and break it all down. Like, these don't look that big until I'm trying to put them in the chipper. But there's still like 900 kilos. That's a phenomenal amount of weight in that little bit of wood. There, 200 kilos. 200 kilos in that. That's mental. Such dense wood. It should go in now. Little wedge. What do you reckon? Too big? Just right? Oh, just right. Look at that. That's lovely. So, out of that little pile, that's given us nearly 16,000 litres of wood. So it's half a trailer. Half a trailer. I do have a few more bits down there that I've cut. I think that's still long, so we've got these bits here to sort. Probably want cutting in half. Bring them up. But yeah, I think this is pretty much going to be my whole evening this evening. It's going to be a Sunday evening chopping through trees. And I haven't done that in a long time. Almost squeezed the remains of that tree in here. There's one branch of that northern collateral, or whatever that was called. One branch of that left. So I think that one tree would, on its own, would have easily filled 2 trailers. That would have given us 60,000 litres of wood chips. So that's another 32, nearly 33 grand, so it's 449,000. So I'm gonna trust that you now trust me in cutting down my trees. No cheating, no hickory pokery. And what I'll do, I'll try and get these done rather than just keep showing you, oh look, there's a trailer, there's some stumps, there's a trailer, there's some stumps. I'm going to try and clear the remaining area just by that meadow. And again, we keep real time running above regular time, so you'll see how long it's took me to do it. We've been at this already for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Is that good? Is that three loads, 4 loads of wood chips for an hour and a half? I don't know. But it's taken about 2 hours, at times 5, it's taken about 2 hours in-game to fill a trailer, roughly. But different trees are obviously going to give us different amounts. I do have one more big tree that's already fell. There's a silver birch laying down next to my branch as well that I need to go in. But you can see there we've got some awkward trees. We do have 1 or 2 large trees in there as well that are going to provide us with plenty of wood. I think that tall pine, as nice as it looks, it's not going to be a lot of wood, is it? They're the ones you farm though. Get plenty of them growing, and then actually no, it's the reds we want, because that was loads. One fully grown red that was nice and thick. That almost filled the trailer on its own. So yeah, if we can grow them from little saplings once we start to set up our agroforestry patch, which might come a bit sooner than later now. Just detach this, get hooked up, you guys can see what we're doing. So yeah, I've got a little beech tree that we cut down when we cut down that first lot. That wasn't one that I've been in and cut extra, that was just underneath the massive northern whatever they're called. Get a little connection on there, that should unload, because it holds a little bit so you don't lose if you overfill. But these two, I will super strength out, it's not that massive, weighs less than those quarterly pieces. So yeah, this is the last bit of that very first tree that we cut down, the northern catapula. Is that what it is? Catapula. Catapula. I haven't got the slightest, have I? It's like when we play ETS and I sort of butcher the names of everywhere we go. I think I'm going to have to cut that for that to go in. It's at a funny angle. Where is it? There we go. Go on, in you go. Lovely. So just off those, over 3,000 litres, just off them. That's 10% full off it already. 10% full. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna work through. We've got. Well, I'll show you what we got. So we got this one that's already fell. We've got another tree mixed up in there somewhere. Don't think there's any more underneath. I pulled a beech out from underneath it. So this is going to be much the same. So that's like 2 trailers worth of wood chips. That is going to be a trailer and a half of wood chips. This I haven't got a clue. This isn't going to be fun, because I'm going to have to take each of those off. Yeah, I don't like doing them. But that's probably half a trailer, maybe a trailer of wood chips there. That might disappear when I cut it. There's a fair bit of wood in that. Not much in there. Plenty of wood in there. That's going to be a nuisance. I think out of this, we could be looking. Oh, it's another biggie over there. Look at that. That's what we just cut, isn't it? I reckon I could have another 6 trailers, at least 6 trailers of wood chips out of this small section. We're going to go cut this dead one down as well while we're here. Might as well get rid of the dead wood. I know it's not in my area, but we'll have that. The fewer trees there are, the sooner I'll be able to plant the ones I want. But yeah, I'm going to get on with trying to clear that area. I'll do it as quick as I can, as best as I can. I am going to super strength this in a workable area rather than down there. Bring it up to the chipper and then cut it up. But yeah, I'll work through this and I'll bring you guys back. But trust in that everything I sell in between now and then has come from the trees in front of you. There will be no hickory pokery, no jiggery pokery, nothing nefarious, because I bloody hate that. I hate when you can tell that someone's cheated. Want to cheat? Cheat. Just let us know that you've cheated. I don't. I'd rather grind and slog it out. That's more my style. Well, again, I am bringing you back a little bit earlier than I initially said. Oh, we're still cutting down trees. The that tall pine, or whatever that was, I didn't think that was going to have a lot of wood in it. I think that one tree filled the trailer. I think we've taken 5, maybe 6 loads. I've not really been counting. I've just been cutting and chipping. But I'm getting there. But the main reason I wanted to bring you back is that we're already on February 3. I think I want to do well to get these trees cleared before March. I'm doing well. But we are looking at over £600,000. This wood chip session is immense. And for those that are paying any attention, if you can see it at top right, it is, if I just move that, you'll be able to see it. It's now 11:15. I think I started this at about 7:15. 7:30, 7:15 easily. So yeah, I'm grinding it, guys. I am grinding it to try and make it a little bit easier when the trees fall. I'm sort of delimbing them first, which I think is what you would do anyway. I say that, no, it's not gonna get it. You're not gonna get this one? No. Right, let's see if I can find one that I can delimb rather quickly and share with you. But it's yeah, it's just, I'm not too worried about how long it's taking. If it takes a month, it takes a full month. My initial thought was, I'll come over here, I'll spend like an hour cutting down trees. We'll have maybe 60 grand in the bank after all of it. And then I'd get started on my March jobs. But I think just to show how much like I'm putting into this, then this will be a full episode. Not right now, I might come back a little bit later, but I just wanted to show you how we were getting on and what we were doing. Because, you know, things are happening. Making moves, baby. But we have got some money, man. We have. And again, probably still another 3 or 4 trailers worth at 30 grand a piece. And I wanted to take out trees over there, so that's going to wait until next year. So I'm not going to have time to do that. Where's me? There we go. Yeah, it's so we know next winter we'll be able to take out trees, and by then, judging by how well the money's coming in, we'll have more land and more trees to take out. So next winter, if I remember, we will try and cut trees early and late. So we'll do, because I don't know, there's no harm, I guess, in doing it when it's out here in January and it's snowing. We can do that, I guess. Whoa, it's really trouble sometimes. I do grab hold of the chipper while using the super strength. Sometimes it releases the bit of wood you hold them, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm finding, or it might just be me being crap, but that is usually the case. yeah, I mean, I'm not even not enjoying it. Normally when it comes to like having to do anything login wise, I think because it's often such a chore and you don't feel like eating a lot of money for it. I am not displeased with how this is going. I mean, it's a good few hours. Like I often do with these long ones, I've got something else on the other screen. Been watching some motor racing. I'm now watching some old wrestling because that's what I do. So yeah, it's a pleasant evening for me. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're capturing and how it's going and sort of the progress of it. If you are, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're given the option, by all means, please give it a hype. Hype is a thing that we have now on the channel. I have mentioned it in a few other videos, but I don't think I've talked about it in the farming, and not everyone watches everything. But we have the ability to hype on our content at the minute. It's a completely free thing for viewers. When you are on a video that is eligible for hype, if you're on mobile, you'll get like they call it a carousel. You'll get the ... next to the comment section, and quite often if you hit the like button, it'll just roll the comments through on the carousel. So, but it just says hype. Do you want to hype this video? If you're enjoying it, if you enjoy any of my content, and you would like to be as kind as to help me out with a little hype, that would be much appreciated. Like I say, it's free for you. But all it does is it's another trigger to try and get YouTube to push the content a bit, maybe to new viewers or people who are interested in this sort of thing but don't get to see me on their feed. Helps me to grow, and I appreciate that. So let's see if we can... I don't think that one will go in. Will it let me... Is it along there? No. And chop this one up. That might even be a little bit too wide. Oh, perfect. It's almost like I've spent all night doing it, and now I know how to get him in there. That one might be a bit of a nuisance though, just because of the knots. Wunderbar. If you are someone that is new here, welcome in. Thanks for checking out the content. If not, if you're a somewhat regular, I do appreciate the support on the content. Things have been going quite well. Obviously the views have slowed down a little bit because although we're not very far into the challenge, quite a few episodes into the series, and things just die off after a while, unfortunately, regardless of whether you're close to finishing or not. That's why we need that hype, because then YouTube will keep pushing the content. But I think, again, I shall just carry on doing what I'm doing. You might be coming back at the end of February 4. I'm hoping I can get these all done. I don't want to have to slow the time down any further. It could be a possibility, because I do want this area cleared, because I want to expand the meadow. And there's every chance that when you come back, that doesn't say Sunday the 24th of August, it'll say 8 PM Monday or something like that. Because it's only so long I can set up and do this. Just cut that, hopefully that'll then drop. Yeah, not too bad. See, sometimes when you think you're being smart, and you try and jam a big bit in there, it don't go in. Learning which bits, like that, most of that, obviously it's only that small stub on the end there you can see, this tree. The rest of that just disappears. So sort of learning what's even worth keeping sometimes. Like a lot of this is nothing on here. I think that'll be the end of it. All this is just decor. And as you can see, since we've gotten back, that's 22,000, and it holds 33,500 litres. That was one tree, has nearly filled that again. So, and I'd already cut bits off, hadn't I? This is a tree that I was... now these ones I will quickly show you as well, but since this is going to be the episode. Some of these... oh, that one didn't, that's alright. Some of these I have cut away, and because they're very deep in the map, and it's just sort of the top little bit of the tree that's present for us, when you cut it, they disappear. So even although you see lots of trees that have disappeared from the area, some of them have literally just disappeared. They've not gone in the chipper, and we're still getting this much wood. Feed that one in. But yeah, I'll keep going, and next time I promise I'll come back and it'll be the last load. We'll have the trees gone. Well, as predicted, the job did roll into February 4. It's 10 past 8 in the morning. We got a light frosting overnight. And also, as predicted, for me, it is no longer Sunday. It is now Monday. It's 3:15 Monday afternoon, and I'm still doing wood chips. Mental. I kept going last night until nearly 1 o'clock to try and get as many of the trees done. But I just could not keep my eyes open any further. So I had to stop. I'll show you what I've done when we get back there. But we are nearly finished. I promise you, we are nearly finished with wood chips on this episode. We are nearly done. The fortunate thing of this rolling over multiple days of recording is I've had a chance to already edit the first bit. So once I've got this bit done, it shouldn't take long. 768 grand. Insane. Absolutely insane. Now, we've been going for so long, I've stopped following the road route last night for our trips. I was just hossing across this open wasteland, man. Why am I sticking to the paths when I'm doing these multiple routes? But as you can see, our chipper is over there on the hill, and there are no trees next to it. No trees at all. But there are, unfortunately, there are still 2 trees to go through the chipper. I've cut them down. I've done my best to chop it up into bits. Hopefully they'll be big enough to go through. I think there's 1 or 2 pieces I will have to cut. There we go. My fallen trees are now coming in. So yeah, it's been a productive one. This episode will be a hell of a productive episode because we're gonna have over £800,000. It's mental, absolutely mental. And like I said at the start, I thought I was gonna come on last night, do about an hour's worth of wood chipping, earn about 60 grand, and then roll into March and start doing whatever it is I needed to do for March to get the farm up and running. I can't believe, for one, it's took this long, but that it's been as productive as it has. It has blown my mind how just, oh yeah, wood chipping, who would have thunk? Now I nearly always try and stay away from anything that involves doing something with trees. Nearly always. So yeah, but what we've got is the remains of one of the northern catapla, and over here we have a shagbark hickory. But I think I've managed to cut it down to go in. I think. Now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking maybe it won't. I tried my best. I don't think that's going to go in. Is that going to be too big? I can't believe that it's still too big, and I've cut the whole tree up to that sort of size. Let's find a bit that looks a bit smaller. That's the big bit that I knew needed cutting. You'll fit. Just can't believe how big it is still. Alright. But yeah, I know I promised you we'd come back and they'd be all done. But as I've said on many occasions, I hate going away and coming back and being like, here's all the money we made that you didn't see me make. So I try and show as much as possible. Because if I was watching, I'd want to see the money be made. If not, like, what are we watching? Yeah? That's just how I see it. You know, don't get me wrong, I've done episodes in the past on 19 and 22 where, you know, I come back and I've done 5 or 6 contracts off screen. But I always show the contracts either in part, there's a little time lapse, there's an intro, or I save all the completion jobs screen so you can see what we earn, so it all makes sense. So yeah, although we haven't seen every trailer get emptied with chips, like I think you guys have seen enough to see that this is what we're doing, and the sheer amount of time that it's taken me to do it. Like, if you doubt my grind, I don't know what I can do. I don't know why I'm so concerned of whether people believe that I do it or not. It's just me. It's because I don't believe a lot of people. Oh, come on. This tree has been massive. These big northern catalpas are just insane. Absolutely insane. If I never have to cut another one, it'll be too soon. Get in there. But yeah, I wanted to show you the last few trees so you could see roughly what we had left, and then I'll be kind and I will just come back when they're all gone. But I think we're going to get... Where are we at now? Because it feels so quick. So it's already half a trailer and it's only just a bit of the tree. I think I've got another 2 or 3 trailers. I honestly do. We can just rotate that somewhat. That might even be too big. I think it is. Leave it there, it'll go in. So yeah, I want to keep going with this, obviously, because I need to get it done. Should we put some branches in? Oh, that was something I wanted to bring up as well. Haven't done all of this, right? Oh, tree physics. In the past, okay, you used to... Screw that. In the past, you used to run up a tree and it would delimit. Okay? Why does it not delim anymore? Like, even if I start to cut, like the bits that would normally used to come off while delimbing, they don't come off anymore. You can't like clean up the tree. Like at the end here, so like that's where the end is. So you used to just be able to just snip on that and all that come off. Is that not a thing anymore? Do I have to press something else now to do delimbing? Because it gets such a mess. Like, how do we delim? How do we delim in FS25? Because it just looks nasty. Just saying. That's my probably my last little gripe about trees. Oh, it's gone in finally. Yeah, so I just don't understand why we can't delim anymore. Or can you only delim specific trees? Like there was a bit on this one when I was doing it. Because you can see this one's a little bit cleaner. Because I was trying to cut off the edges. But I don't know, will this... Oh, that one will come off, see? So why wouldn't some of the... And how specific have you got to be to get it? Sort of thing. You used to, honestly, just wave your saw at it and it come off. But now it's, yeah. It's like it's not a thing. But it is a thing, because some of them came off. But I can't get all of it to come off. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Just rambling on now. I'll shut up and I'll get the rest of these trees done. And I will, I promise, the next time you see me, will be the very last trailer. So anticipate that I do at least, or that I empty at least 2 more while you're gone, because I think I will. Promise we're finished this time. Promise. Promise this is the last time we're going to come back to any wood chips for a while. Even towing the chipper back. 3 cart loads, and then the last few bits were about 5,000 litres. So I went back into a small cluster of trees that we own, and I cut out 2 dead trees, and they've gone in just because we've been cutting out dead trees anyway. So it made it like a worthwhile cartload to come back rather than 5,000 litres. Although it's all been worthwhile. Look at that, 852,000 plus about 20 grand that we're going to get from this. Absolutely brilliant. I think you just have to excuse all the barking and the noise you can hear. My son is shouting at the neighbour's dog because the dog's barking, so he's now shouting at it, so that's making it bark some more. So just ignore that if you can hear it. But yeah, we could get another 20 grand here. This is going to be a game changer. What was I saying? Yeah, I might buy our own wood chipper for future use, because we're going to do a fair bit of this in the winter months. As we expand, we're going to want to take out some tree areas. Definitely going to be wanting to get rid of dead wood, and this means I'm not just limited to maybe doing it in the winter. Whenever it's like a free time, I'll think, oh, we'll just go out there and we'll just trim a little bit and do some stuff, because I quite enjoy just doing that. Let's just get this emptied, shall we? So yeah, we'll probably look to buy one. But I'll have a look in the little mod section first before I finalise, because I do have some installed, but most of them are for quite small trees, because normally I just do little bits of stuff. So yeah, 19,000 plus the 2,000, so yeah, 21, nearly 22 grand off that last little lot. I am going to get some star. Hell, a frame rate there. What's going on? What is going on? That's nasty. Wow. Oh, it's because he's trying to get rid of the snow. There we go. That was bad. Yeah, I think, like I said earlier on about with the whole grass thing and the precision farming thing, how certain things aren't quite maybe right. I think that might be part of. I think the map isn't stretched and expanded in the way that it's supposed to be. I think that's what just caused that massive lag as it tried to melt the snow. That wasn't pleasant. I'll try and cut a big bit of that out, because that was like, oh, 1 frame per second there. Right, let's sell. Let's not sell. Let's return this. So we shall. I think we get our money back a little bit, don't we? Oh, it's a lot of money to repaint, isn't it? Return, yeah. Okay. Oh, we didn't clean it, so that's. So we spent 3 grand on painting it, but we only got 2 grand back. That doesn't seem right. Okay. Yeah. This whole. Yeah. Just don't seem right. I forgot what I was saying before we got that massive stutter now. That's why it put me off. Put me off. We were celebrating money as well. Yeah. I was going to buy a chipper. All the ones I've got are like small trees rather than big trees. So I'm going to have a look and see if there's like a decent big gents or something like that. There was a big gents in 22. But when we used it, it was a mod. And when we used it, all the trees kept falling through the actual conveyor. So it weren't any good. I had to stand by it the whole time and constantly feed it in. So we don't want that. But yeah, that's nice, that is. So I want to get back to the farm, and then we'll look at finances and sort out what we're going to do there. So finally back on our farm. We haven't really been to the farm much, have we? So you can see over winter we've now gathered up 4 pallets of wool. Our goats have started to give us a little bit of milk, not a lot. There's only 82 litres in there, but our females have started to milk. We have 35 sheep and goats combined. Like I say, we did lose some. I did buy some, and some more have been born. Our bale is still at 4,000. Our water is fine. That's all good. Our greenhouses and our mushrooms are all good. The open air garden is running fine. Everything is swell. So what we're going to do is go have a look at our monies. And so far for February, it says we're at a total profit of 542,000, bringing us to a grand total, obviously, of 873,000. 13.5 grand that cost to lease that wood chipper for the month. Boy, was that worth it. Boy, was that worth it. A bigger one would have been nicer, just to be more convenient, but that was definitely sound investment. So what I want to see next is with our loan, it's a special redemption. Enter the amount you want to repay. Okay. And we can only do one of these. Now I don't want to... We could completely wipe the debt. But I don't want to do that. I still want some money to play with. So we are going to repay... So 100,000. So we're going to pay a third. We're going to repay a third of it. There we are. So that's going to make that so much easier. So much easier. So we've got 220 left to pay. I don't think we can... Oh, we can do another one. Okay. So if I'm feeling generous later on down the line, we could pay a bit more back. I thought you could only do one of them, or one of them a year. All good. I'm happy with that. So yeah, so the debt is now down to 220,000, and we're now sitting on 773,000. So what I would like to do next is purchase either plot 27, plot 27. I'll buy plot 7, and that's another 250 grand. And as you can see, that reaches beyond the store. So all that distance we keep driving. When we drive back, we drive this way through there, all the way down to the store. We've got a big chunk of this is woodland. Don't worry, we're not going to go carve it all out. Some of it we might. But what I'd like to do is extend this field pretty much all the way down as far as that, and then bring it up. So it's probably going to shape there, because although it has this map underneath, it feels like the tree lines aren't quite measured up with it. Again, another thing that's making me think it's stretched a little bit off with its sizing. But yeah, so we've roughly got this shape, but it's not. It's over here, and then this shape is a little bit over. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Like this bit here is our road, but obviously our road runs here, so it's just off by, a few feet. But anyway, yeah, we've brought a new plot of land, and we still have 523,000 in the bank. And next month we're going to use that to buy ourselves a new tractor. We're not going to be in the yellow Challenger forever. We're going to buy ourselves something bigger. We might go for a T7, a T8, or a favorite like 700, 800. Around. I want something that's going to be doing like 300, 320 horsepower, so we can pull some bigger machinery, because these fields are going to get big. They are going to get big. But that is it for this episode. I do appreciate you if you have kept with a slog of all this log. It has been quite a thing. It's probably over an hour, and I didn't mean it to be, but this has been a whole month, and we made over £500,000 this month. We've spent a big chunk of it. We brought in, again, another bit of land, so we'll have to sort that out, cut that grass along with the other bit of grass. This is going to help us to make more money without having to go off and do trees. And yeah, I think mad progress. We've also bought a bit of land that I want to use to expand and build our proper farm on. And now that we know that we can earn this sort of crazy money in winter, maybe next winter we will go take out some trees. And I won't do it like I've done. You've seen how I do it, so I might just do it in the background and then just sort of show you the money we made to fund building or start building our actual farm with sheds to store things in and grain storage and stuff like that. So yeah, this could be a good year for the farm now. This could be a really good year for the farm. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, give it a big fat thumbs up down below. If you get the opportunity to and you feel like doing it, hit that hype button. It really does help us out. As always, comments and feedback down there. If you are new, hit the subscribe button. Massive thank you to the channel members. You guys are awesome. Do appreciate all the support. If you wish to support the channel further, you can join. Press the join button. Channel membership starts from 99 pence. All channel members get early access to all the content that we put out on the channel. You guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.